Hi Frisky, hi Ire. Thinking I honestly hit live too soon. I'm thinking I need to fix my audio again. I think I got it right though. Starting off with a thinking Lucifer cross summon. Looking like it's gonna be a good day. Wait, I didn't pin this in. Oh wait, yeah I did. I guess. Did I pin that joint on YouTube? The heck? Bro, I would have killed for a geeking artifact like this during Guild War. Yo, this is actually like the perfect artifact. This joint is something I've been looking for like 50,000 years. I just swapped the Seeking CA line and I'm Gucci. That joint's actually kicking huge. Defense is pretty sad. No. That defense is great. Cause that joint can go on somebody like Lich. Like Lich or like Luo. Somebody who just Ogies anyway. They don't need anything else. They just need to survive. Eric, that man's running minus 20% to 40% defense. Take anything you can get. No, I mean, yeah, true, but like that joint's for my Ogi characters. It's for my Ogi characters, and that's exactly what I want. I could even use that on like Baja. That's like exactly the stats I wanted. Like I do want another one that's exactly like that, but I do want one that also can have TA. But having the defense when I don't need to TA is perfect. For that third line, supplemental CA. It's either supplemental skill or skill cap is what I want. I'm thinking skill cap though. But something skill related, I think. Honestly though, the other thing I could do if I wanted to just make it universal is I could just do thinking special CA cap. And then that just literally helps everybody, regardless. But like that's literally like the that's literally like, oh snap, I forgot I can't just refresh these. Do I get anything off that? Dude. But yeah, that's just like the perfect, that's like the perfect line to be able to like reroll. Because the possibilities are like endless. Oh hey, this is actually huge. When the heck did I even get that? This is actually an artifact I was looking for as well. That's actually kind of freaking huge. Nice. Got some content. High legend. DA 50% HP. I mean, the possibilities on that artifact are unironically endless. You can literally just do whatever you want. Because all the other stats are already set. It's just that third line can just change to whatever you want it to change to. This has been a good day already. This has been a good day. That's 2 things I needed. I don't watch the Guild War Rainbow yet, but do you think the top 100k average is going to be higher than the previous Guild War? I mean, I guess it kind of depends on how many people got the new stuff, I guess. I don't even know. I don't know. I feel like the people that are going to be crazy are the Trace Velger people. If you don't have Trace Velger, then I feel like a lot of the lower stuff is going to be kind of cooked for you. And you're not going to be grouping. So, I mean, I guess however many people got Aaliyah. Gonna be your first Guild War as a slime? It is. Generally speaking, after 1 year, you can always expect the average to go up. Or some unexpected, yeah. I mean, we always get stronger, so that's a fair statement to say. Okay, that joint's max. I'm taking that. Also, what do you guys think about a kicking? What do you guys think about a kicking 5-hour pre-Guild War ramble, bro? That joint's kind of crazy. Almost getting to the point of being 3 feature-length films. Say that 5-hour ramble from when Guild War actually starts, because Hilo won't be streaming. Like the attention it's getting. Yeah. Can't find the time to watch it yet. Yeah, it's kind of long. It's kind of long. Right, she could keep up with you. Honestly, Phoebe was the one thinking. Phoebe was the one guiding it. More so than me. She liked to talk. Nice Serge. I watched it in parts yesterday was weapons, today was summons. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yeah, I expect it's gonna take people a decent amount of time to get through, if they even get through it. Very, very long. But I think it's good though. Phoebe seemed like she had a lot of fun, so I'm glad. Also, Phoebe said she's gonna try and start streaming soon, so that's good too. It was fun. Good. Good. Yeah, I never really know. I never really know who's gonna want to talk, like, for how long when I start. Some episodes may just be longer than others. Dark Ramble's gonna be hilarious with you and Aku. Well, I already did it. I already did it with Aku for the last one, so I don't know if I'm gonna get Aku for the next one. The thing about it is I wanna rotate people. I don't wanna just ask the same people every time. Like maybe in another rotation I'll ask Aku again. But I wanna find somebody else who plays Dark for the next Dark one. Holy, that joint's seeking huge. Like that. Just like mentioning, hold on. Just like mentioning Medusa, you never know if it would be 2-minute vent or a 56-minute side quest. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't get 20% HP cut on my artifact main. What artifact? Get Arish? Oh, Aresh, you mean? Maybe Aresh or Sai, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll find somebody. I'll ask somebody. I don't know if Sai's gonna want to do it though, because Sai doesn't talk, but. Granted, I don't know if Aresh really talks either. Actually, I think, pretty sure I heard Aresh talk one time when I did Versusia with him. Back when it like came out. My cow artifact and Izmir artifact. She might coat my ass. But yeah. Signed Trill out of retirement for the OG Waterlord Guild War pre-ramble. You know what's crazy is you say that, but like before that man quit, all I remember him really playing was Win. So in my head, he's a Win player. Cause that was like around the time when he quit is like when Naru came out. Vaz too, if you could get a hold of him. I don't think Vaz is gonna want to kicking. I don't think Vaz is gonna want to do it. I don't mind asking Vaz, but I don't think he's gonna want to do it. Not gonna lie. 5-hour Yap session vid was very enlightening. Dang, you watched the whole thing? You deserve a medal. I mean, a spicy pre-ramble with Transcendent Illustrious and Wizard Origin for whatever guild war's next. Yeah. Unless it's seeking light. Unless it's light. Or get Yogg somehow. Yeah, asking Yogg would be nice. I don't know if Yogg's gonna want to talk either, though. I also don't know if Yogg even knows who I am. TVH. I don't think I've really ever interacted with Yogg before. Multi-primal by the... Yeah, I know. Like, he's one of the reasons why He's one of the reasons why I even make like the pre-Guild War ramble and like the way I do videos in general, because I still remember his video he had on like his second channel that went over like all the elements and stuff, and like what was like current in it at that time. So I know he was like multi-primal, but it's just that, hey, there he is right there. But it's just that I just remember him playing Wind a lot at the very end of his career. We Dark Lords or Silent Protags on Aku, the only Dark man that talks. I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot of people that talk in general, which is kind of the whole point of the, well, I wouldn't say it's the whole point of the pre-Guild War ramble, because I was doing that joint before I started getting guests, but it's the whole point of getting guests on the pre-Guild War ramble, is to get people to talk that don't normally talk. Which is also the reason why I want to rotate people, because I don't want to just get the same people, especially people that always talk anyway. I don't want to get the same people over and over and over again. Really, Hatsu will do a light one. I'm sure she has 8 hours to spare from her super tight schedule. Yeah, I don't think Hatsu's happening. I don't think Hatsu's happening. I'll already say if it's light, whenever light comes, the first person on deck is Tech. Pun completely intended. But he is the first person I'm gonna ask when it comes to light. If he doesn't want to do it, then I'll ask someone else. But he is top light person on the list. Spoiler alert. Pre-Guild War ramble featuring Kit. Yeah, we'd have to make a whole new show if I'm getting Kit on. It's light Guild War. I gotta save some money. Better start saving, big dog. Hope you got a birthday or something coming up, because the chances are pretty much 50-50, I'd say. Joints either light or fire. I have a simple question. Do you understand what the word short means? Yes. Yes. I go work Opium Edition featuring Kit. Especially with Yukata Baisha coming to the... Okay, pal. Win pre-ramble, let's gaslight Elo into getting Shishio. Oh, wait, bruh. Gwen already did it. Gwen was the first one. I need to be fire. I'm not huffing copium. Are you sure? Yes. Yes. Just because I know what short means doesn't mean I apply it to my videos, though. I'm not like your average content creator. I talk for hours on end. Five hours yapping or reaching new levels. Yeah. Yeah. How about you caught a Baja coming to light? Hold on. Yeah, I'll take that joint. How about you caught a Baja coming to light? The new Team Rocket Mom also joins as a Grand with Death Strike weapon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe for Earth. Maybe for Earth. I'm scared of Full Metal Alchemist collab after you guys talked about Shinji and Rei. It's collab summons. I always miss the dark and water one. I don't think Cygames is pulling another Shinji and Rei. I wouldn't be so sure. I wouldn't be so sure. I would almost wager they're more likely to do it because they see what Shinji and Rei did, and it's like it's like hey, people are gonna want that joint. Hey, let's make some quick cash. That's all the sales on the slime Najima banner. So screw that. We want money. Literally. Literally. You can raise the new standard move for it. We said characters wouldn't be Guild War heavy. Nothing about summons. A second Shinji array will probably send people into hell. I mean, they'll still slurp it up anyway, though. They'll still slurp it up anyway. I mean, low-key, that joint is just like the scamches, bro. Everybody be like, oh my god, I can't believe they're putting in 50,000 scamchas. Anyway, I just bought 49,999 of them. I hope you pull one with the 50 free collab pulls. Hey, Mr. Streamer. Hey, we already know how I am with collab banners. We already know how I am with collab banners, so yeah, Mr. Streamer. Evan May one is the Earth summon that gives double strike featuring the sins. I'm rolling anyway. I'm rolling anyway. You know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but collab summons will never hurt me. I have Spark funds saved up for collabs each year now for this reason. It's okay though, so that game said collabs wouldn't be meta. Already on the bad side of history, bruh. Yeah. What's that Doflamingo line, bro? Thinking history is the history, it goes to the victor, bro. And if they keep making Shinji and Rays, that joint becomes the good side of history anyway. And yeah, winners write the history books. Yeah. And if they just keep if they keep making that joint, then a brother gonna keep winning. Mr. Streamer sure does like to win. I do like to win. I play to win. Speaking schizomanics thing. Life's a game, play to win. But I don't know. We'll see what they do. But I'm just saying, bro, if y'all see a collab summon and y'all want that joint, better just seek and get it. I'm telling you now. You better just seek and get it. If that joint's in your teaking element, even if you get cooked later, I don't know if I would chance it. This Shinji and Ray joint, this joint, like I said in the teaking yap, bro, I mean, I'm still a believer in if you want something, you should just get it, but they definitely teaking hoed everybody that didn't get Shinji and Ray. The Flamingo quote is an all-timer. Going to luck sack it again? What if I have no bulls? Guess you're cooked. Guess you're cooked. Better take out a loan. Yeah, Shinji and Ray, but nothing else. Ended up not stoning it. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I might for OTK because my grid is too TA heavy. Man said loan. Man, what else you gonna do, bruh? No, loan for a summon, only Mr. Streamer would say these words. I mean, you asked what to do, bruh. Unless you gonna pick up another thinking 9 to 5. Another job. I keep seeing gold and I think that joins a thinking gold bar for a second. Then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not even in PBHL. That dude's name was Gran, but they were playing Jita. Best viewers? 325 viewers? What the heck? Oh. Hey, I thinking snipe that dude mad fast. The streamer did that fridge again? No Dorego. Also, Oz on Kmart Jr. doing another scam shaft to this banner. Probably pretty high. TBH. Probably pretty high. I'm kind of surprised they had the they had that summon scam already. Unless they just oh snap, sorry, I hit the ticking mic. Unless they just have another unless they just have another summon scam that just because this last one had like summer bubs on it, right? So they might just have another summon banner that has another summon scam on it, and it just has like normal water summons as opposed to like the summer ones too. Oh, I see what you mean. Mo. When I got back, I need to boost my stream. The old man still got it. But yeah, I was kind of surprised they already had a summon scam because usually they just do a summon scam with the summon banner, which is what I assume they're still gonna do. I'm only at 16, man. That's insane. I'm missing out if I don't do the April Fool's event right. I have no motivation to start it. That joint even still up? Oh, I guess it is still up. I mean, you're just missing the skins. The Katura and the Azazel skin, and I guess some trophies. Another chance at Aaliyah Scamcha, please. I don't think you're getting that. I don't think she's gonna be on another Scamcha. I could be wrong, but I think that's probably the only one you're getting. Puller from the pool. That's pure cope. It sure is. It sure is. I wouldn't bet on that joint. You just put a load on her? Oh yeah. You even spark her? Oh yeah, I guess you can. Yeah, go ahead and take out that long real quick. You just accept your guild war is over. Faster you accept it, the better you'll feel. Dude, I wonder how these newbies are gonna take guild war, bro. Think only a weapon would be useful. I don't know, maybe. I'm sure it'll pop up. I'm sure it'll pop up for like 200, 250 Filatos or some mashing comp or something, but I don't know if it'll be best in slot for anything. But I'm sure it'll see some use, because Aaliyah is probably going to see some use. Max TA. Rest of that joint's kind of trash, though, I'm not going to lie. Actually, wait, hold up. Wait. I forgot Matera exists now. Never mind, take that joint. She needs all the TA she can get. They're filtering all the newbies in this skill war. After AFI Nightmare 250 with some stupid CA setup. Honestly, bro, I don't know. Thinking these dudes be scaring the newbies talking about thinking Guild War, bro. I don't even think it's that bad, bro. It's not even that bad. You literally just gotta play the game. Them dudes gonna be newbies anyway. They can't push but so much. Send help, burst you fun. Rank 300 who always sabo the rain. 300? Brother, just find a different room. No, Leo will be enabling MC to try strike 4 turns. Brother, you have everything, of course, it's easy for you. Bruh. Dude, it's really not that hard, my guy. Guild War is the best event for resources too, however high you can push. I do think Guild War is worse if you have other plans happening during it. I mean, yeah, I mean it's only like a week event, so it's like, yeah, you can get screwed time-wise, but that doesn't make the event necessarily harder. And bro, another chilling artifact in the bag. Like our other games and stuff. Took me a year just to know button EX plus. So the thing about it though is like, yeah, it took you a year to know button EX plus, but like the thing about it, see, I feel like the thing is people don't understand progression. Like, you're a newbie, you're not supposed to be able to freaking 0 button EX plus. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of you progressing. You're supposed to get stronger. But it's like people go into the mindset of it's like, oh, I'm just supposed to 0 button EX plus because that's what everybody else is doing. And it's like, no, you're a baby. You're not supposed to do it yet. And then they're like, oh dang, this joint's seeking hard. How am I supposed to reach a 0 button EX plus? I can't do that. It's like, yeah, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to build up to it. But it's like, again, that joint not necessarily hard. Just telling our new members to grind their highest nightmare and make sure to grab the sand at least. Also pick new world board. Gameplay in the Guild War is dog easy. Ironically, while at work, I just forwarded Horde, my guy. Managing your time properly along with sleep and such is a bit difficult. Happy for the Horde. Horde, my guy. Guild War is going to be terrible. How is it terrible? How is it terrible? The thing about it is, what are you doing? You're going to be doing Nightmare 90 and 95, my guy. You're not supposed to do Nightmare 250. You're a baby. Am I jaded, or isn't a 0 button 4 chain super easy to get? Yes. Yes, it is. To be fair, you don't see new player content too often, like DY Tech and such go over the progress you should have. Average person doesn't know how to feel proper progress. I mean, I'm busy at work, like I said, horde while at work. Yeah, but the thing about it, Surge, is you're literally just wasting your time and your freaking brain power doing that horde. And your pots. Like, I will say it until the end of days. It is literally better to just go to work and just do your work and just forget about Guild War or hit an EX plus every 30 minutes or something. And then when you get home, just spam EX plus. All the time that you spend trying to queue up a horde, all the pots that you use doing a horde is just not worth it. The amount of freaking honors and meat that you get from horde is literally garbage. It is literally scraps. Not even scraps. It's like instead of getting it's like you eating a chicken wing, and instead of leaving the scraps on the bone, you literally ate everything on it. And then you tried to give that joint to somebody. And it's literally just a ticking bone. Like there's nothing on it. You're literally getting nothing. You're just wasting your time. You're wasting your time and your resources. Like you could literally hoard all day at work, or you could ticking EX plus for like 30 minutes, 20 minutes on your ticking lunch break, and you would beat out your whole day of hoarding. And you would save pots. Like it's literally just not worth it. It's just not worth it. The thing about it is Horde tricks you because like the way Horde is set up is the way that you're thinking it's supposed to operate. Where it's like, hey, this is supposed to be the thing when I'm doing something else, I can just have Horde going in the background. But the thing about it is Horde's rewards are so low that you're literally just not getting anything. You're actually just wasting time. Yeah, Horde is EX, not EX plus. If it was EX plus that you were doing with Horde, we'd have a different discussion. But you're literally just spamming EX. We will be a Horde gaming. We will be wasting pots. I didn't know Horde was letting me. Don't fall for Mr. Streamer propaganda, bro. It's not even being a sweat. It's literally the type of thing Aku be talking about, where people like, oh, I'm busy, I got to do this, I got to do that, but you're literally spending more time on the game doing Horde than you would be if you just spammed EX plus. Like I said, it's just it is the biggest seeking the cleanest, most diabolical lick this side games has pulled on the entire ticking community to think that Horde was actually good, because it's not. I'm sweating the skill word, but I just hard push day 1 for tier A. Yeah. Oh snap, I can actually throw out that other one now. I can give that one to Matera instead. I can actually throw out that other one. Horde can't be good, otherwise it inflate things far too much. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, like I said, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Like I legit like just try this, right? I just challenge you to try this. When you're at work and that EX plus and stuff goes live, go ahead and hoard for like an hour, and then literally when you get 10 minutes during the day at any time, literally just spam EX plus for 10 minutes. And compare the meat that you just got in that hour of Horde to that 10 minutes of EX plus. And also check how many pots you use in between those two things. In between an hour of Horde and whatchamacallit. See, the other thing about Horde too is Horde naturally like makes you more lazy. Because the thing about it is people the thing with Horde is people like put on Horde and then they forget about it. So dudes will be like, oh yeah, you know, I've been hoarding for an hour, but they literally queued up like one Horde every 10 minutes or some crap. Because like even once Horde gets finished, a lot of people don't just be looking at their phone or at their screen for Granblue to just queue up another Horde. Because if you were doing that, you could just do EX plus. So the thing about it is people be like, oh yeah, I hoarded for an hour, but they only hoarded like 5 times in that entire hour. And that the rest of the time was spent on the ticking end screen because they weren't queuing it up again. So it's like the thing about it is like, yeah, you were queuing up Horde, but you barely even did it. So it's just like you end up just wasting more time anyway. Get my 20k meat, and then I'm probably gonna just try spamming 90 last couple of days. Sure, I'll do that. Is this bait get me muted? I mean, the pots is what's gonna kill me. Ideally, I should just block the turn. Horde is far worse, but provides a false comfort. Why are you calling me out like that? Because I already know it's true. I already know it's true. I know it's true because I've literally done the exact same thing. You literally, like I said, you literally queue up Horde and then you just forget about it and then you go and do something else because that's the whole point, is to put it on and then forget about it. And then you come back thinking 30 minutes later and your Horde's been done for 20 minutes. And it's just like, oh yeah, you know, well, let me just queue up another Horde. It's like that how it goes. And like I said, if you were gonna queue up Horde every single time as soon as it ends, you might as well just be playing EX Plus because you're able to look at your phone anyway. So there's no point. Auto mod is useless. I'm dead. Hey, it's okay. I'm not big enough to really care about auto mod right now anyway. Maybe if I get like, you know, 5,000 other thinking viewers or something. But right now I can, even if somebody isn't here to mod, I can just snipe them. Not that big of a deal. Especially on Twitch. And why make Horde? I get it. Be a OP, that's okay. I have both setups ready, but I'll try that 1 hour and then I'll come back. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's my whole argument. I don't know why they made Horde either. Well, actually, I know why they made Horde, because it was the biggest diabolical lick of the entire Tekken community, bro. It's just like, what who said it earlier, that Tekken Legend, that it provides a false comfort. It makes you feel like you're doing something even though you're not doing something. That's what it is. It's like, hey, you can play Guild War without actually having to play Guild War, but it's just not good. You know, because too many casuals have too many pods. This gives them a fake idea of participating, so they drain pods. I mean, I guess. But even then, I mean, the thing about it is, like, yeah, but realistically, a lot of the casuals that are going to be doing that joint anyway, them dudes don't play the game enough for their pods to actually get drained anyway. So it's whatever. But I understand the sentiment. Kind of like the same thing in thinking Final Fantasy, where they try and put these seeking like gil sinks in the game, and then dudes just seeking be buying gil anyway, so it's like it don't matter. What is Horde drain pods? It does. It definitely does drain pods. I think Guild War only feels worse if you never played any game that requires grinding. Asking the same question to the company that made the Revenant Opus. Also true. Unironically, good point. Unironically, good point. They also made the Thinking Artifact pack too. Yeah, unironically, good point. Half of the stuff in the Thinking Valor badge shop is not even worth buying. All that joint's a bait. Trying in a short amount of time. Yeah, I don't know. Remember Gold Bar was considered a good purchase? Yeah. Those were the days. I mean, borderline, people don't even want to buy Evilites anymore. And that's one of the only places to actually get them. People would rather just wait until their ticking sextants go up. I'm gonna trade quartz for our Karam items. They actually got me with that. I'm still here after the summer scratchers, asking myself how this company sometimes walks 2 steps front, then fall back down the ladder. Especially I bought one of the Revens packs. It stopped, don't out me like that. This is how I feel about Lapis now as well. The only good thing is sunlight and that new origin class. I mean, there's also blue paper, but yeah, those are pretty much the only 3 things. Alright, what's even in there, bro? Oh, I'm already here. Nice. Yeah, that joint's trash. That joint's trash. Debatably trash. Trash, trash. Good, good. Trash, trash, trash. Good. Trash, trash. Trash, 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 trash. So yeah, literally 1, 2, 3, arguably 4. But realistically only 3. I think the worst I did was buy gold brick from Valor badges. I've heavily debated buying a gold brick multiple times. When I've had a lot of Valor badges, I've just been sitting on it. I didn't really need anything, but I've actually never bought a brick before. The only thing I've ever bought is like I did buy Evilites back in the day. I bought Evilites, and then after I stopped buying Evilites, the only thing I've ever bought is the blue paper, Sunstone, and not fighter, but the Origin class mat. I've never bought anything else. Evilites were a good purchase pre-sandbox days. Yeah. Yeah. Am I crazy in saying that most of the Valor badges should be reduced in price? No, you're not crazy. They're not crazy. I mean, half of that joint shouldn't even be in the Valor badge shop in the first place anyway. It should just be somewhere else, but... They were the only source, yeah. Which is when I bought them. Sorry, but the gold bar and sand should be way cheaper. Still being 500 is just terrible. How they keep making Guild War more relevant rather than scrapping the whole thing. I mean, they're never gonna scrap Guild War. Not gonna happen. It's literally the only ticking, it's literally like the only ticking quote unquote PvP this game has, and it's like, it's one of the things that baits out the most whales, because everybody wants to get the ticking, the good setup for Guild War. That's what people be building their whole accounts around. Nothing should cost 500 Valor badges right now. And some pack is 275. Thought you had all the stuff you needed in Cruising Sunstones. Here's a new high priority map for upcoming content. Chisel pack is 500. Sunstone's sure, like I don't like it, but whatever. Who is buying that? I don't know. I don't know anybody who's ever bought the Chisel pack. I've never even seen that joint on Twitter before. Literally nothing else to Granblue if they take out. Yeah, literally. Literally. Like, the thing about it is, like, even me, like, I mean, I would probably still play a decent amount. I'd probably still play a decent amount if Guild War didn't exist, but realistically, I would care significantly less. Because it's like, what am I even, like, I don't even play high level like that, so it's like, am I really just gonna farm all these bars and sands just so thinking full auto is primal? Like, I'd probably just be like Earth Primal, and then I just play free to play with all the other ones. Because what's even the point? Like, yeah, I can make my full auto like faster, but it's like, do we really care? Undo Sunstone soon. Maybe I'm just the one that isn't PvP wired. I always thought people sweat Guild War for rewards, not for flex, but I don't have the top 2K mindset. No, people definitely want to flex. People definitely want to flex. I mean, that's the reason why people be going thinking top 2K and ranking when they already got the trophy. You know, I always be talking about thinking, why would you do that joint again after you got the trophy already? But dudes be doing that joint for fun. I ran about Antheria games. Had the audacity to put Aaliyah in the same banner. Yeah. You'd rather buy the Chiseled Valor pack if it gave you the ability to level 5 a selectable stat on an artifact once? Probably. Probably. Yeah. It would sell. It would sell. I mean, I said that joint back in the artifact, like when I ranted about the artifacts anyway. I was like, you either need to drop the price or you need to give like another item in that pack that just makes it so that I can level 5 an artifact or something like that. Like the issue with the chisel is like, even though the chisel's good, it's not worth 500 valor badges. Especially when you have to level up the artifact anyway, and that joint doesn't even give pith. It doesn't give pith, it doesn't give chalices, it literally just gives seeking the chisel and like 3 rerolls or something. Which I don't even know why it gives rerolls on top of the chisel when the whole point of the chisel is to get a max roll anyway. Why are you giving more rolls? Why don't you give seeking pith? Doesn't make any sense. That's where they got Octavia. Bro, it's okay, kid. I know we got cooked by water. Yeah, war is all about flexing. You give me a terrible grand, then a terrible summer unit. Whenever there's a flexing gotcha. Whenever there's a flexing gotcha, someone wants to show that internet peen. This is in Fireside games. Why do we think all those whack setups are posted don't work? I just feel like there could be a different PvP system than having a week-long slugfest for mat dumping. Why does Guild War have to be the way it is? It could be a different format. Want them to remove PvP. I mean, I agree, but they didn't have this joint forever, and I don't think they're gonna change it. Not unless they make Granblue 2. I don't think they're gonna change it. Or at least they're not gonna change it like a fundamental level. Like they'll keep giving us like higher nightmares. They may throw like some extra tricks in there, like how they gave us like extra grid ability on 250. Like they might expand on the concept, but I don't think they're just gonna be like, hey, Guild War is just dead and we're just gonna have like Nikkei PvP in it. Like I don't think they're gonna do that. Might as well call Light the new 9.6 element. That's all we getting. I also do think Guild War sets Granblue apart from a lot of other gotchas. I do like the changes they've done recently with 20 boxing. Changes to which nightmares unlock. What about Guild War with rucksack battles for real PvP? Bro, that game's so busted. Heck no. Should make an Arcarum PvP event. They should not. They should not. Someone ban boss. But yeah, man, I don't think they're gonna change it. I don't think they're gonna change it. And also, Kit, yeah, you're just getting cooked, bro. You're just getting cooked. Everybody's getting cooked by water, bro. Joint's strong as crap. That's correct. We're getting an Arcarum Battle Royale. That we're getting? I thought that joint was seeking... I don't even know. I don't even know what that Arcarum thing they showed off even was. Okay, fighting for a life to get MC 1 turn a double strike. The ability to transcend and invoke are locked to winning Arcarum rounds. Leah gets 4 turns of +1 attack, because why not? Bro, what do you mean, why not? It's because she's water. It's because she's water, my guy. And bro, Kit, you're not in the Discord, but thinking Manum was asking me about... Man, I'm gonna go through this seeking conversation again. Hold on. Let me see what Manum... Oh, snap. I'm gonna see what Manum asked me again. What he asked me earlier. He asked me, this is not light related, by the way. This is Earth. This is my time to thinking rant. He was talking about thinking, he said, hypothetically, if Earth got a character with a fat A passive echo like Mugen, would you drop the held in him and do other things with the grid or not? Just assume for the sake of argument that the character is great for burst and the echo is basically free to activate. And I said, assuming they don't also give 100% crit bare minimum, and if we weren't using Makra, I think the crit plus crit amp is probably too strong to give up unless Galleon staffs just beat it. But this argument doesn't work anyway because there's literally nothing else to put in there without going backwards. We have no impalement, no bride keeper, nothing. We only have galleon staffs, or we'd have to spam like Ichigo's because there'd be no space for something because galleons plus galleons because galleons needs 3. So we were talking about that joint with Earth again, and it's like what did we end up saying again? He said I guess Earth can get a new engine in that hypothetical scenario, but at this point I'm just writing anti-fan fiction. I mean, if let's say we got like Mugen that also came with Basara Katana, then I guess. And he said, hell to him feels so out of place in your element. It's like they accidentally released a Wind Grand in Earth. And I said, this is why I be complaining, but people say I'm crazy. He said, people love to look at weapons in a vacuum. You just can't divorce the weapon from the element. Helldin would be the best Death Strike Grand if it didn't release in the only element that desperately needs multi-attack. And Clockwork Blade would be the worst Death Strike worst Death Strike Grand if it didn't release in the -100 TA element, but that's not the world we live in. But it's like pretty much the thing about it is it's just like it's like what I'm trying to get at by telling you this is that everybody's getting cooked by water. It's like I said in the Teaching Rule of 3 video. It's like water is like, I think water is just the best built primal element right now. Like everything just works together as it should. It has like nigh perfect consolidation on like everything. And most of the other Ellies don't have that. Like some battle royale roguelike auto chess thing from what I saw. Hardcore battle royale is just a sideways sled spire. Alien staffs, they always come back to me. And the Ellie with Bridekeeper as well, yeah. And the reason why the Ellie has Bridekeeper is because its element is so consolidated. It's because its element is so consolidated with Teking Kreisvelger, it can literally just put in whatever it wants. It has extra slots. And that's what I was talking about in the Rule of 3 video. Is like if you try and take Earth, this joint, like I don't have the same amount of spots. Even in a grid like this, I can't do that. And the thing, like I was telling Manum, it's like, okay, let's just say Uriel was literally just Mugen and you had Echo and you had 100% crit, right? Literally, what do you put here? What do you put here? The only thing to put here in Earth is seeking you got to use like either Sieg daggers, or Galleon staffs, or like Ichigos, or like Sieg axes. Like there's no other weapon. We don't have Impalement. We don't have Bridekeeper. There's nothing else to put here. Like I guess I could put my extra PNS back, but it's like, what do you do with the last 3 slots? There's nothing else to put there. We have no other seeking weapon. But it's just like that's the consequence of building the grid how they built the grid. Like everything in the grid builds on top of each other, and if you mess up one thing, then everything else just follows. There's just actually just nothing else that you can put in those slots. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep that joint for TKing. But is any of Octo's stuff 10 turns? There's no way his normal moves are 10 turns, right? I know they get ticking C, or they get cut. Yeah, these turns are 5 turns. He only gets in on that. Feels so bad for Earth literally getting shafted again. Ichigo Gaming's back. S4. Yeah, it's only S4 though. But yeah, it's just like my point, like I said, I'm talking more about the grids while you're talking more about the characters, but it's just like water is just ridiculously well built right now. In characters and in grid. Literally the only issue they have is seeking Versusia. That's like it. There's like nothing else they struggle with. And even then, it's not like they're struggling with Versusia. Like they're not like seeking labor bot tier. Cause I've played with like Finn before, and I know Finn can taking mash on water too. So it's not like they're like taking just, oh, I can't play the game. And especially now that they got a Leah too, they can also bring a Leah into Versusia. Like, okay, bud. Like I said, water players literally be like, dang, my Ellie sucks because I'm literally just not #1 in everything. If they're not #1 in everything, they think the Ellie sucks. Or they think it has issues, and it's just like, no. No. Shishio Transcendence will fix Versusia. I gotta work on that Teking video at some point. I think it's already April. I guess probably in the next month I gotta work on that before June. On what I think the weapons are gonna get. Yo, let's just transcend. It's gonna be weird. One new passive upgraded Ogi, one upgraded skill at minimum. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, like, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. You're funny how you say water has no issues and yet they still have a lot to look forward to. Pela and Cap, Ase Transcendence, Luscious Transcendence. They're already at unworldly Ogi damage. They Ogi damage tier? They Ogi damage tier? What does that mean? Oh, they're gonna... Wait, what? They're gonna add what? They're gonna add unworldly Ogi? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, I see. I see. I don't know if they're gonna do all that. Maybe. Honestly, I'm kind of more interested in what they're gonna do for like the skills on certain, like the ones that have like actual boostable mods on them. I wonder what they're gonna do with those. Cause like realistically, I wanna see like Hunting get like some type of like Trium or something on it with that immunity. But like I'm more so wondering about how high them joints are gonna go. Cause I know Phoebe brought it up that joint could go up to like 25 or some crap, but I'm like, are they really gonna do that? Like, is it really gonna go up to 25? The 250 Dark Opus too. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, like I said, I gotta work on that video at some point because I just gotta look over all of them and be like, okay, what are they gonna do? Honestly, making my tier list for it did not help with making that video either. Triple strike from Hunting? No. No triple strike from Hunting. +1 strike on Hunting. +1 strike. The mod will be huge for the weapons that have it. Like Ura's gonna give so. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm like, I don't know if like is that actually what they're gonna do? Because that joint would be gross as crap. Make fronting a gun blaze so you can add bullets too. Yeah, unironically. Yeah. Yeah, also then maybe I can use seeking maybe I can use it on Shield Sworn too. It kind of throws me off that I can't use fronting on Shield Sworn. It feels like that's a class that I should be able to use fronting on, and I can't. We're at 25. We're at 25. Might mean you might not need other CA damage support and grid for the Ogi weapons. Which would be pretty nice, unironically. I mean, honestly, that... Ooh, oh my god. That's pretty nice. I mean, that joint's on a kicking spear, though, but... Pretty nice. But, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, the thing about that, though, is, like, kicking... Like, if you take, my adrenaline setups in here? Oh, yeah, they are. Like, if I go to, like, this joint, right? Like, if this joint had, like... One thing they could give this is they could give it, like, special CA cap. Because the thing about it is, even if you add this joint up, like, even if this joint went up higher, like, you still... If you still don't have special CA cap on it, you're still gonna hit, like, that wall, right? So, like, you're still gonna have, like, the Shalim Harp. Are gonna want, like, the Shalim Harp in here. And, like, this key. But they could just give these Ogi weapons special CA cap on them as well. And if they gave them special CA cap and they took them to 25, then you would be hitting really hard, because then you could also just bring in the Shalim Harp too. Because like nothing really like caps like the special CA cap like that. Like you don't really have enough weapons to be doing that. So like if you had an illustrious that buffs CA and it has special CA cap, and you added your other special CA cap sources in, you might actually start being able to like max the special CA cap. And then you could be doing a lot of damage. I'm also kind of interested in how they do like some of the other skill. Like I also feel like that one skill Aresh has that gives you, oh, I bit my tongue. That one skill Aresh has that like that makes it so that like you get the charge bar at the end of turn. That joint's probably gonna go up to like 5 or some crap instead of 3. It's probably gonna be like 5 turns instead of 3. Because like some of those, it's the same thing with like Crace Velgar. Like some of those non-boostable skills, I wonder if they're just gonna like change those. Because like that second skill, not like Crace Velgar really needs anything anyway, but like that second skill on Crace Velgar is like pretty useless. Like pretty useless. Like it was always kind of useless, but like now that they also have like so much TA in the grids anyway, it's like that joint like can't even, like you're not even using that joint. So it's like I wonder if they just rework that skill in general. Because kind of when it comes to those skills that aren't boostable, the sky is kind of the limit, because you can literally just make the skill whatever you want to make it. Damn, bro. HP are taking defense down, but it also has defense on it. Classic. Oh, Joe would be of 250 Aresh was plus percent bar gain instead of minus. Bro, it'd be terrible. It'd be terrible. I know people, including myself, have memed about it, but it would be terrible. Hey, another Matera artifact. Thinking Aresh would give an Echo or Flurry to the team. Hey, let's not. Let's not. I wouldn't be surprised though. I wouldn't be surprised if bare minimum it just gives something like that on Ogi. And then you just kind of run out of it after a while, like when you run out of the Ogis. They could also just make it like one turn too. So it's just like you literally just get it for that turn while you're ogreing, and then that's it. Go on next turn. Triple the bonus damage and multi-strike on Race so we can have 149 argument over again. No, let's not. My guess is they're gonna up the NA cap to 50%, potentially up the Exalto cap to the same amount. That, you think that's what they're doing? That's a bold he can claim. Have they ever upped a cap before? Like I know we have thinking are they NAM? I know we have thinking I know we have overcap now, but have they ever actually upped a cap before? That was already in the game? Well, I guess they did that. Yeah, they did that with CA, right? I guess they could. That joint would be so cooked, though. Because the thing about it is, like, if they do that joint, it's like, where do you even get that amount from? I mean, obviously, there's going to be other weapons that they can make in the future, but it's like, I guess the thing about it is, like, is this the time when they're going to do it? Are they going to do it with illustrious weapons? They make a +% bar gain, but on Ogi, Resh extends the special buff by 1/3. The joke already, the Echo got goes to 50% and A amp is 30% for some reason. I mean, I guess they could. I guess they could. Honestly, I'm kind of more surprised about the Exalto thing though, because like, I mean, I guess they could always just make Exalto too, but where do you even get that much Exalto stuff? There's not enough grid space. Unless again they just make Exalto too. Honestly, you know it's kind of crazy. You know, I don't remember if this joint was like, I don't remember if this joint was a dream I had or if it was just something I thought of randomly one day. But somebody brought up rucksack battles before. I like low-key wonder if we'll ever get to a point. I low-key wonder if we'll ever get to a point where they literally start making like the second version of some of these weapons and you can literally combine some of your weapons like you could in rucksack battles. like let's say for example, right? Let's say for example there was like a they made like Medusa Katana Plus version, right? And the thing with Medusa Katana Plus version is you could combine like 3 Medusa Katanas into a Medusa Katana Plus. And then it just had like all the mods of Medusa Katana, and then it also could gain more mods because it could go to a higher level. That was something I, like I said, I can't remember that was a dream I had or if I thought about that joint like randomly. But I wonder if they would ever do that. The joints cost us 200 gold moves, that better be good. You wonder exactly how many upgrades weapons we'll actually be getting. Then they could open that Pandora's box by adding something like the extra weapon slots. You just put 2 weapons in there. Well, see the reason why I say that though is because I think they are very, very steadfast in keeping the Seeking 10 grid limit. I think they're very steadfast. And the thing about it, and I've said this joint about like Earth in particular, there is literally no space. Like literally any weapon we get, barring like outside of like a main hand, any weapon that we get has to immediately bench either PNS, Exalto, or Held in Him. It has to take one of them out. There is literally no space. But if you made like Held in Him Plus and you could combine 3 Held in Hims into a Held in Him Plus, and then all of a sudden I open up an extra 2 grid slots, but I also get all my 3 Held in Hims into that Held in Him Plus, then they could keep working on the Seeking 10 weapon grid slot. Weapons will eventually do fusion dance. Some crazy weapon for both Ellies. Whatever Ellies are combined. Find the 3 Galleon staffs and just make 1 super staff. It'd be so trash. Yes, they would. They would definitely become more expensive. But I just wonder, because the thing, like I said, the thing when I look at Earth, they have 2 options. They either do what I just said and they make it so that you can start combining stuff, or they just start replacing stuff because there's no room. There is no room. So it's like if you want to make Exalto 2, then we just have to eat Medusa staff or Medusa katanas. We just have to eat Medusa Kanana. There's no room. There's no room to put an Exalto 2. There's no room to put a PNS 2. There's no room to put a Held in Him 2. Like, if they wanted to make a Held in Him that had freaking big mods on it, you would just have to get rid of Held in Him. Like, there's no way to do it otherwise. So you either have to eat what you already have, or you have to literally eat what you already have and make a new weapon. The more they make weapons like destroy, yeah, literally. Like we're just, like I said, we're out of space. There is no other space. There's no other space. They do start combining. Would they start with PNS? You combine 2 PNS to make that PNS 2. I mean, that would be my thought process, yeah. Make a new weapon series that Exalto plus PNS, but you need 3-0. Technically frees up 1 slot. See, and I mean, the thing about it is like, I mean, I guess doing the rucksack battle thing, I guess at the end of the day would still be more expensive, because you would essentially need the old weapons and the new weapons. Whereas right now you only really need the new weapons. Like if somebody, like if they made PNS 2 like tomorrow, right? And somebody started playing the game right now, then you wouldn't have to, like, you wouldn't tell somebody to start getting PNS. You would just tell them to get PNS 2. What's the point of getting PNS? But if they make the merge, if they did the actual like rucksack battle merge method, you would have to still get PNS in order to get PNS 2, and then you would also have to get like the freaking like Bride Ilsa weapon that they also just released. You'd have to get both. Would it though? I think the weapon merge method is worse for side games because people already have all of it. It would make they wouldn't make side games any money. I mean, I guess it depends on who they want to milk. I guess it depends on who they want to milk. But even then, I mean, the thing about it though is like, not everybody has everything though. That's still the thing. So it's like I would be fine, right? Because I have like everything in Primal. But like if you don't have like all the stuff in Primal already, then you still have to buy that stuff. Or you still have to like spark that stuff. If they did the merger method. Rather just make a new series and get the money from everybody rather than just new players. But nobody has a new thing. Well, that's the thing though, Ire. That's what I'm saying. If they did the merger thing, they would still be making new weapons. Like for example, right? If we took Earth, right? If we take Earth and let's say we're putting in the merger method for Helden Hymns. You can now merge 3 Helden Hymns together, right? That's not gonna stop them from also at the same time releasing Bride Ilsa weapon for Earth. So now you're gonna have to, if you don't have Helden Hymns, you've now got to get 3 Helden Hymns to make Helden Hymn Plus, and you've got to get the Ilsa weapons. Like I would be okay because I already have Helden Hymn, so I just have to get the Ilsa weapon. But if you don't have Ilsa weapon or thinking Helden Hymns, you got to get both. Whereas if they just make an Ilsa weapon that just beats out Helden Hymn just completely, like it just has Death Strike on it, then you just don't have to worry about Helden Hymn the way it is right now. If they do the merge method, we probably would have to pull for like some component that allows us to merge a weapon reveal. Right, but they could also just release Ilsa Earth weapon and a new Helden Hymn. So everybody has, I mean, they could do that. They could do that. Yeah, they could do that. They could do that. But I don't know if they're gonna do all that though. But they could do that. Keep that actually. This sounds like the smarter business model for making money. I mean, I kind of see what you're saying. I don't know. But I mean, see, at the same time, though, the thing about it is, I guess the way that you're saying it is kind of more like front-loaded money. Whereas the way that the merger would go would be more like backloaded money. Because the thing about it is they could always make more plus stuff in the future too. Like for example, right now, if they made plus held in him right now, and then we get Ilsa gun right now, that doesn't stop them from in a year making Ilsa gun a plus weapon now too. So it's like you still have to eventually get that weapon because they can always continue to make plus versions of the weapons that they're making now. So you always have to keep getting like everything essentially. Because they could always make a plus version. It's kind of like the same way that they have like awakenings now, but it would be like the plus version. Whereas like if they make like an awakening that's all of a sudden like busted right now, it's like you kind of need to get that weapon. Because the awakening is good now, even though the weapon itself wasn't good before the awakening. Now all of a sudden it's really good. It'd be the same thing with plus versions, where it's like if they make a plus version in the future, then now all of a sudden, even if you don't have the weapon, now you want to get it. So it's kind of like backloading the money as opposed to front loading it with just releasing 2 new things. You're like setting yourself up to release stuff in the future. I just like that all the stuff we have in our stash that we bar is useless eventually because the new Held in him came out. I like the idea where the vets get to combine their built up stuff. And see, that's another reason too why I kind of even like thought of that idea in the first place, is because I also feel like Granblue, there are some weapons that just straight up get ousted completely. But I feel like side games in general with Granblue, they try and hold on to weapons for like a really long time. They try and make weapons that aren't like the premier, like obvious weapons. They try and have those weapons like all of a sudden be like useful in certain scenarios. So like, I feel like they like to keep stuff around. Like they don't like to just completely out stuff a lot of times. They like to try and like build it up like very slowly. And then all of a sudden, you know, at some point a weapon just gets completely ousted. But like, I feel like they like to build up. That's why you be seeing like some weapons just pop up. Like sometimes there's a weapon that pops up that like you don't necessarily like for example, Mana Mail Gun, right? Mana Mail Gun's newer, but like Mana Mail Gun is that's a weapon that like when you go Earth Primal, you're not expecting to bar Mana Mail Gun, but it's a weapon that could show up if you're playing Primal. And they like to do that for older weapons too, where they like to hold on to that joint for like a really long ticking time. And real players, they just slowly build up those old weapons, eventually build up new power elements. I think that gacha weapons is likely the biggest return on investment for Zygmunt. Dev time spent some money made ratio thing. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But see the other thing about that joint too is like, I mean, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter because it don't matter. It don't matter what they release, bro. If they release it and it's just slightly better, then everyone's gonna buy it anyway. And then if it sucks like Medusa Kanana, they just make another one anyway. So I guess it doesn't really matter if they release something that's seeking bad, as long as it's better than what came before it. I wish the cages did more than just new bonuses. I don't think they'll create a system that takes dev time that doesn't really produce as much potential revenue. I sort so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Bruh. So you say that though, Ire, but like they spent all that time on thinking V-Walker, bro. What the heck's that joint doing? That joint ain't making no thinking revenue. They spent time on the thinking housing thing on the island. Where's the revenue from that? They spent time on the thinking, I mean, time is quote unquote, but they spent time on that thinking Arcarum thing where you just send them out and nobody picks that joint up for like 5 years. Those aren't systems that interact with gacha. Making a new system that undermines potential gacha revenue. It better make some money. I mean, I get it. Like, I get what you're saying, but I don't know. I also see the potential for that joint to make money too. Yeah, I picked them up because I'm not Omega ahead, my guy. Yeah, okay. Just salty because I'm dumb. I went Hades. Dark still did Enmity, and that same year we transitioned to Stamina, so all that bar up weapons just trash. Well, I mean, to be fair, Surge, even with the whole like combining thing, that doesn't mean they're gonna combine everything. That doesn't mean they're gonna combine everything. Like my Kalulu Spear that I freaking spent, I don't think they're gonna make Kalulu Spear Plus. So I think you still might just be cooked on certain weapons anyway, even if they did do that method. Me looking at my 5 Edens. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, Eden would probably be a plus weapon though. I feel like a lot of the Grands would probably just be plus weapons. They would probably plus those. It's more so the is Cup Katana? Is he just, what is this man? Oh, he is Katana. I'm saving that joint. I doubt I'll ever do Versusia again on kicking whatchamacallit, but hey, looking at my Gislas, yeah, Gislas probably cooked too. Yeah, I feel like the plus thing would probably be more so for Grands rather than like anything else. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, that joint was just an idea that I freaking had. That I wonder if they would do something like that. All I know is I'm just running out of space. Honestly, I feel like a lot of Ellies are running out of space, but I know Earth just got it real. Like, I just feel like it's the most obvious with Earth. I think ultimately that's a good idea. Better and friendly. I can beat this Carly and Empire boss from the ARR MSQ for the 3rd time. I keep getting cooked. Conspiracy of 3. Time for more grid slots. They don't want to do that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, they do not want. They don't want to add more grid slots, bro. They don't want to add more grid slots. I mean, bro, you guys are talking about more grid slots, bro. They don't even want to allow half the weapons to end up in extra grids in the first place. There's still like a limit on what weapons you can even put in extra slots. Until they start being like, hey, we could just put random freaking Grands or something in extra slots. Until they start doing that joint, bruh, I would not expect them to up the grid limit. You never come to profits like that unless they're really writing themselves in the corner with the current weapons. Hey. They kinda are, brother. They kinda are, brother. They kinda are. And they start 5-starring weapons. Or might actually be top 3 and be number 3. It was a Seraphic slot. I think every Ellie has been out of space for a minute. We just ignore it because the other option is still just waiting. Adding another skill in higher mod. Did them like 6 years ahead a wonder that lets us have the Arcarum summon passes without them getting slotted in. Be a while before they make something like that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't think they're gonna do it. What if all the evokers get a sub-ally skill? Allows all weapons to be in the extra slot for their transcendence. That would be AIDS. I don't want that joint. I don't want nothing freaking tied to no freaking character or tied to no summon. I hate that joint. I talked about that joint before where I don't like the Primarchs. I don't like the Primarchs. I don't like characters like freaking like Kame. I don't like any of those characters where it's like freaking I have to be forced to bring a character in order to do something. I don't like that. I mean, obviously, you know, to actually do the setup, like, you know, to do this setup, like BIS is Seeking Galley and Grimnir or Anilla, like, that's fine. But, like, even this cats thing, like, having to have cats here, granted, there's nobody else I want right here, right? But it's like, having to have cats here because I'm using Summer Belial to get his buff, or, like, having Raphael here, like, I don't like that joint. I want to be able to bring whatever I want to bring. Because the thing about it is, like, when they screw you over with a character like that, then you just get cooked. It's like, okay, what if they make it so that your evoker always has to be in the Teking party, and they suck. They suck. So now it's just like you're just carrying around Teking dead weight, like how you're carrying around Teking Raphael. It's like you're just bringing around Raphael just because he has that passive to make your grid work. But it's like if your setup has something where it's like for example, if I'm trying to make an old man setup, right? I could bring another character to help me burst down the boss if somebody dies, right? But because I have to bring Raphael for my grid, when that dude comes out, he ain't helping me kill the boss. He's just there. He's just there to help the grid. Like that type of stuff should just be part of the Tekken grid. That's the whole point of the grid. Why are my characters seeking interacting with the grid? I don't want that joint. It's the same thing with like the 6 dragon summons. I don't like them either. Like the only reason why we're running out of Tekken summon slot space in the first place is because we have summons that do that crap. We're literally bringing a summon just for one thing instead of bringing the summon for what we actually want to bring them for. A brother is not calling Galleon 9 times out of 10, but Galleon has to be in my Tekken party because that joint's 40% boost. Are they doing the Arcarum summons as a global wonder? Yes. They're kind of spitting because the wonders exist for a reason. Should make wonders handle it. That's what I'm saying. Like that joint should either be like, it should either be like this Tekken passive should either be, this should either be a wonder or it should just be on the Tekken weapons. Like instead of this joint just being 30, it should just be Tekken 50 or something. I don't know why these guys are part of this. I mean, I know why they're a part of it, is seeking, you know. Honestly, it's less brain work for side games because it's like, hey, we don't have to worry about people running Tekken 5-party teams or 5-member teams because they're really only working with 4 because they can't do anything because they have to bring this character. So they have to think about less possible things you can even do in the game. It like gives you more limits. And also Tekken that joins max. Also it Tekken it makes it so you want to buy the character. Like you want to get the character. Because otherwise, why the heck would you want to get Tekken Raphael? If that's what he thinking has. If that's his kit, why would you want to get Raphael? The boards were a great addition to the game, but it was time bomb. At some point, inventory size is going to be an issue. Yeah. Got a tune from the daily ticket. Somebody banned that guy. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it. Honestly, I don't really like the aura boost thing in general. I don't really like the Exaltos either. I don't really like those. Because it's pretty much the exact same thing where it's like for me, you know, I gotta bring out Tekken Medusa Katana. It's like if your Exalto sucks for what you're trying to do, which me trying to do Ogi, it's just I'm just straight up losing a weapon. And I'm losing a weapon that I want to use. Whereas other elements, they just get to use their Exalto and their Tekken Ogi teams. I can't. Unless I'm doing Versusia main. Because mine just doesn't play into Ogi. Why would I bring that? I'm literally just bringing it from the stat, and that stat ain't enough by itself. So it's just like I just get cooked. Or using like I just don't get access to impalement either. It's the same thing like I said with Manum. It's like if they gave me a character that replaced Held in him, well, I can't even put in my impalement. We're going there with thinking Ogi impalement to burst the boss. Like it's like that's why I don't like that type of stuff. There's such a subhuman element, 0 human rights. It has a human right. It soloed Versusia. Anyway. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of like the aura boost stuff in general. And I'm also not the biggest fan of like weapons that like require that joint either. Like the Tekken Revens, Tekken. Bro, it's so backwards to me that like straight up sometimes when I run like Grace Belger stuff, or like even that time where I ran that one, I think it was like Nightmare 90 or something, for wins, it was like you literally brought your Ultima. You brought your Ultima instead of bringing your Destroyer. Or even if you bring your Destroyer, you still have to bring your Ultima. Because of the fact that you don't have enough boost to actually activate the Seraphic part of your Destroyer. So you just need the Ultima to actually do that part for you. It's like, what the heck was the point of me getting the Destroyer? I can't even use it in the setups. I still gotta bring the Tiki Ultima anyway. All because I don't have 280% boost. That joint's dumb. I don't like that. Light is doing it with 3 minutes to spare now. Light solo versus here with an SR weapon though. I mean, to be fair, Light's getting into the subhuman territory too. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. How does that not got nerfed yet? That's a topic. I don't know. Maybe it's a TK. Maybe it's a feature, bro. Maybe they don't care. I mean, to be fair, does that thing even like, does it even really do anything anywhere else? Or is it just a Versusia thing? I don't really even know how it works. Like, can you just do that joint? Could you just play that in like, can you just play it in like anything? The amount of brain power needed to figure that. I was insane. Why would they nerf it? Let me start double checking my SRs now. Literally one place. Did Mjolnir do anything else outside of Bar Farm? My EX Plus! My EX Plus that I'm already zero buttoning anyway. My EX Plus. It's gonna affect Guild War numbers. Especially since they nerfed. Nerfed our previous methods way faster. For Suzuya. Mjolnir was messing up my EX Plus, and it made it so that Earth was faster than other elements in bar farming. So, had to take it out. Had to take it out back. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't really give a crap. I'm not gonna lie. And I have a feeling unless that joint starts breaking like every raid that they start making in the future, I don't know if they care either. CBH. There's balance fall 0 feathers. Thanks. This is my Thor hammer grind. It got me 4 bricks. I think it's a problem. Never break future raids. It means one of two things. They nerfed it or they made new raids around it. Make stuff harder for other elements. Bro. Yo, that's where your money comes in, Ire. That's where your money idea comes. They'll just start selling other they'll just start selling other solutions. They won't make it harder on other elements. Kept Mjolnir so Cosmos could die. Bro. Dude, you know I tried that teaking. I saw that dude again, that Japanese dude that copied teaking that Japanese dude that copied Aresha's setup. He put out another setup that it's like the same thing, but it replaced Narmaya instead of Katura. That joint still don't work. It still don't work. I don't get what they're doing. I really don't. I don't get how they're getting the honors that they're getting. The setup just does not work. It does not work. I even tried it yesterday where I tried like saving Katura's S2 to dispel like the buff that she gets, and then also saving my thinking like the ultimate skill on Lancer Origin. Still not enough damage. Aren't selling other limited SR weapons for Wells on Link's mate, right, bro? Yeah, limited SR. They don't even release SRs. Even used outside of the solo? I don't think so. Let me try this again. People that call Tiamat need to be old yeller. I'm gonna be real. Anybody that calls anything that I can chain in Kicking Galleon needs to get old yeller. The only thing you should be calling in here is like Kicking Bastet. Your KMR Junior's experiment account, not all setups will work for you. Bruh. It don't work, bro. It didn't work for May either when May was testing it. I'm telling you, that joint just don't work. It don't do enough damage. Bastet. Yeah, Bastet or Yatima. Like anything you're calling in Galleon should be uncrossable. What I'm trying to say. But I'm still out here crossing Lucifer. Or what? All bugs, I'm good. That's fine. That's fine. That, like I said, I changed it. I changed it. Anything you're calling in Galleon should be uncrossable. Players unwelcome. New players come in here. Just why are you calling a summon? That's crossable. What are you calling? What are you calling? How many artifacts am I even at, bro? You need to call Lucifer for a boss that does not attack. That's what I'm saying, bro. 61. Ooh. NA cap and elemental max. I'll take that. Can I use that? I could use that joint on Gwyn. When she's not dead yet? No. Wedding Galleon Fedial is gonna be lit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think I was thinking about this the other day. I don't even think I'm gonna be around for kicking the formal banner actually. Cause I'll probably be like on the way to kicking AX when that joint comes out. Remember when you manipulated her bullets in Mugen? When it's spamming? Yeah. Sure do. Figure out how to stream from your phone, boss? I don't even... Can I even do that? I mean, I guess I could. You can, yeah. I can't multi-stream from my phone, can I? I feel like that joint's gonna fucking blow that joint up. About multi, yeah. I mean, I guess I could stream from my phone. I guess. Did I do this quest again, bro? Not even doing a Discord stream? Bro. Discord stream, bro? You know how many people would be in that joint? Here before on phone, I don't know about multi, but Twitch work just off notifications. Are you sure? I'm using home game, but this dude Tartian tunes me twice. I hate here. Exclusive Discord stream. My scrub era in. Made more bridal character for other element. I hope they at least more like Ilsa. It starts us crashing out over 14. Doesn't matter how many join if you remove mic rights. I don't know. We'll see what thinking happens. We'll see what happens. I was thinking about getting like a thinking like a laptop or something that thinking take when I go to stream, but I'm gonna be real like, dude, I've talked about this joint before. Thinking, I ain't trying to be a streamer like that, bro. I'm trying to just go. I ain't trying to worry about thinking streaming. I ain't trying to do no thinking IRL stream. Bro, I want my peace and quiet on some Eustace timing. They do not make. Hope they do not release another Teking Ilsa. Not what you want. Not about what you want. It's about Bride Fetio. Okay, but like, I mean that joint seeking. When did Teking? Dude, I might not even be on the ground, my guy. Whoops. Where's the banner history? This. What day did they even come out? It was the 31st, right? Oh, the 30th. Oh, that's the last freaking day. There's only 30 days in June anyway. Well, if it's the 30th, I might be able to just stream that joint, actually. Bro, that joint's gonna be cooked. That joint's gonna be cooked. I could probably just stream that joint though, unironically. If it comes out on the 30th, because I could just stream because I'm probably gonna be leaving that Wednesday on the 1st. So it's just I just have to stream and then just go to sleep, essentially. Because that would be late. But I could probably just stream that joint from whatchamacallit. I wouldn't be doing like any testing or anything. It would just literally just be like thinking first reaction, roll, spark, and then thinking get off. Alright, also about a power creep another alley. I only remember you said you were gonna get a new desk. Did it land or am I tripping as well? A new desk once I get out of this house. You know, last two Elsa seasonals have been nonsense. Is there any weapon character combo that close to Elsa? I don't like Fist Time, man. You're gonna get the Junko merch from AX. I mean, maybe if there's something there, but the Junko merch that I'm talking about is my peaking figure. A quick look plus spark then nap, yeah. Crazy how the Anime Expo 4-day ticket. I mean, they're gonna be available up until they're gonna be available up until like the event. Unironically, they were like that last year. I could literally buy an AX ticket like last year, like the day before the event. I could still buy that joint. The bigger issue with AX is not the tickets, is the freaking accommodations. It's the hotels. That's the joint you actually gotta fight over. I think Grand Zeta had a pretty huge weapon character combo when it came out. Oh, when I remember off the top of my head that was meta shifting. I mean, Percy. Percy when he came out. Or Logia. I don't know. I feel like most of the grands that are good also came with like a good weapon. Sariel, Octave, yeah. Yeah. Most of the grands that are good also came with a good weapon. Yatima. Oh, and a weapon group under BNF. But yeah, if that joint's on the 30th, I'll probably just stream that night for Lake Fest for like maybe an hour or something, and then just go to sleep right afterwards. Honestly, I still need to look for my flight anyway, so I could also just plan my flight around that too, and just potentially get up a little bit later. Higher water green roster besides Wantis. Why is just better than our weapons? Part of me wants to try going, but the flight costs with the hotel costs are too much. Yeah. The hotel, if you didn't get a hotel through the ticking block, it's kind of cooked. Which is why I got one when the block opened. I fought tooth and nail for that joint. But it's the ticking whatchamacallit. It's the hotels. Prices inflate because of AX. I'm sure they inflate somewhat, but for me the bigger issue with me is I live in like the middle of nowhere. So like for me, essentially I have to fly from like where I am to like an actual city, and then I have to fly from that actual city to like wherever I'm going. It's like always like that whenever I travel. And a lot of the flights from here to an actual city are like cooked. Like they're just like at random ticking times. So like when I looked like last month, it was like all cooked. So I was like, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer before I try and buy something. And once I get that though, I'll be pretty much set because we already got the ticking. We already got the hotel. We already got the ticking, the actual AX ticket. I just need a plane. I hate getting planes though, by the way. I hate getting planes. I hate planes because they charge you like 50 bazillion extra dollars if you want to get it not like refundable. So I usually just end up getting them non-refundable, and I always hate doing that because it's just like, bruh, it's cooked. Although to be fair, a lot of times they usually allow you to just get like credit. Like if you want to cancel, you can just get credit with them, so you can just get another flight. But it just gives me ticking. It gives me anxiety. Kind of the same thing with hotels, actually. I get really anxious booking hotels because a lot of hotels, when I book them, it's in places and at hotels I've never been to before. So I'm just like, I like desperately look through like all these different reviews about these hotels, like trying to figure out who stayed there before, what is it that they liked or didn't like stuff like that. I hate booking stuff in general, but I've had to do it a lot. Like almost every single time I travel, I'm like the person that ended up booking stuff. Planes, airplanes? Yes, airplanes. I think a good price airplane and hotel is like how, yeah, literally. And it gives me like unironically so much anxiety. I hate it. I mean, the plane gives me anxiety because it's non-refundable. But like, honestly, like as long as I can find one that has like a decent time, it's not really that bad. Like I kind of assume if I was gonna die on the plane, I was just gonna die anyway. So I don't really be looking for like, hey, you know, this review. And also, again, I'm in the middle of nowhere, so I don't really have like the pick of the litter when it comes to airlines anyway. I kind of just got to get on whatever they got. So it's like that joint gives me less anxiety. It's more so the hotels, because it's like I don't know the area, I don't know the hotel, I don't know any of that stuff. So it's just like I gotta find the, like, I remember when I went to last FanFest, I was literally watching taking like YouTube reviews of certain hotels. Like people that just go into there and they just look at the hotels and they like review the hotels. I was watching that joint on YouTube just to try and find like hotels that I want to stay at. Like that's how cooked it be, bro. I hate it so much. And then the thing about it is, it's like you can look at all the reviews in the world. And somebody might give that joint a 1, and it might literally, like, you might go to that hotel and you might have a five-star experience anyway, even though they made it a 1. or somebody might rate it as a 5-star experience and then you have a 1-star experience. It's trash. It's trash. I hate it so much. I hate it so much, bro. I hate looking for hotels. Issue I run into, it's also that if you do all that to go to Anime Expo and you have no money to spend on Artist Alley and such, don't get me started on food costs. Yeah, true. Hi, Arca. I mean, I have to sit in a plane. I'm low-key looking forward to it. I mean, honestly, the thing I always say about planes is I just recently started, well, I wouldn't say recently. I guess like 3 fan fests ago was the first time I had been on a plane. But like pretty much for me when it comes to planes, it's like I'm pretty nervous about planes too, because you're really just like putting your life in the hands of thinking somebody else with that joint. But like the thing with planes is like for me, the thing that's scariest to me about planes is going up and coming down. Those are the 2 scariest things about thinking. Those are the 2 scariest things about planes. Once I'm up in the air, if I'm gonna die, it's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. Like I at least feel like if I'm on the ground or landing, maybe there's something I could do to try and help myself survive. But if your plane just blows up midair, you're just dead. Like it's just over, bro. So it's just like once I get up in the air, I unironically start to relax because I'm just like, it's just over. It's just over at this point. I either make it or I don't. Like there's no point in even resisting at that point. Like you're just cooked. So it's only when I'm going up and when I'm coming down, that's when I get nervous. Same, brother, it's for me the time I get down in the area. One time I go to a destination in the middle of the night. Was sus until I got to my hotel. Yeah. Unironically, the crazy part about it is people talk about how heinous Vegas is, but like I wouldn't say I necessarily felt safe in Vegas, but I really didn't feel like in danger. TBH. I think the reason why I didn't really feel in danger is because I didn't really go any places. Like I went to a few places that were off the strip, but like unironically the strip be like mad chill because there's so many people anyway. You're kind of just like being chilling. So unless you just get like pickpocketed or something, like there's not really a lot of stuff happening on, I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening on the strip, but there's not really a lot of stuff that like made me feel uncomfortable on the strip. So like even just walking from hotel to hotel on the strip, I'm just like, hey, you know, I'm being chilling. I work in hospitality and those 1-star reviews are so annoying. It's like some of the weirdest complaints. How we get here? Plane in the air, the end, plane going up or down, paradise lost. What did I join into, bro? We're talking about planes and hotels and traveling. But yeah, like I said, with the planes, it's literally just honestly the main thing, bro, they be freaking me out when they land, bro. They be freaking me out. Cause I know I think they kind of just do this in general anyway. But like they be circling stuff, and I hear all those stories about thinking like people where it's like they tried to land the plane and they tried to land it on the thing, but then they missed the thing, so they had to circle around or something. So like every single time I start seeing people like circle around and I'm in the plane, I'm like, bro, is this it? Is it the end? Is this the end? And then they be talking about some, oh yeah, you know, it's a little bit turbulent today, but it'll be okay. It's like, bro, is it okay? I'm actively trying to switch into my uni's flight school. I bet you Hilo is a landing clapper. I'm not a landing clapper. I'm a landing like huffer puffer. When I hit the ground and when we start taking like when we're rolling on the ground, like when we've hit the ground and we're rolling, I'm the type of dude that's like, I got that Homelander face where it's just like I'm looking back, I'm like, whew, I can't believe we made it, bro. I'm not a clapper, but I'm a huffer puffer. I think also people that say they don't feel safe just don't hang around people of color that much, because we run into that issue sometimes also, like the town I'm in. Yeah. Circling the plane. Yeah, like a lot of time, like I said, like I think that joint, like I'm sure it's not like every single, like, but the thing about it is like most of the time that I've been on a plane, like when you're going to land, you don't just land like You don't just come from where you are and just go straight onto the freaking thing. Usually what they do is they like fly, they like circle around it a couple times. They circle around it a couple times and they like steadily come down as they're circling. And then they finally like line it up and they go straight for the thing. They go straight for the thing once they get low enough. But they don't just come from like top altitude straight down to the freaking runway. They kind of circle around the runway and then they slide on in. But the thing about it is, like, if they miss that joint while they're spinning and then you're low to the ground and they miss the runway, then that's when you get into a cook scenario, because it's like you're nearly at the ground. You can't go back up. You can't go back up and you miss the runway. So that's when you get cooked. So that's why when they start circling, I'm like, okay, is this the end? Are they going to miss the runway or are they going to hit it? And tell the pilot, good luck, we're all counting on you. That would cook me, bro. You get reviews that say they did feel safe and I have to look at them sideways. Those landings feel jank? I can't blame you. Just start praying, brother. The planes trigger motion sickness? I'm sure they probably do. I've never really gotten messed up by a plane, though. There are times where I've seen planes stop in the air and not move at all. I mean, they can go back up. Can they? Why does that happen? Bad weather? Why does what happen? Bad weather? Why does what happen? Plane stopping in the air? Oh, I don't know. They just push the engine throttle and raise the flaps up, it'll go back up. I mean, I'm sure at some point, though, if you get low enough, you can't go back up without hitting something, though, right? I'm sure it becomes more dangerous, right? If you have to pull that. Yeah, if you completely miss the runway. Like if you're spinning to try and hit the runway and they miss the runway, I don't think they're going up but so much, right? Because they're already practically at the ground. And she'll go up the plane, doesn't have to touch down and go back up. Oh, okay. How much room you have to do it is an issue. Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid of. that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm scared about. Think about the end of the runway as a wall. You might be cooked. How lucky when I hear that banger from 14. What banger? Gotta fly come July. I'm already freaking out until I'm in the other destination. Hey, you be alright, bro. Like I said, bro, only freak out, like, the thing about it, like, realistically, though, is, like, I say the whole I'm scared about going up and coming down thing, but, like, the thing about it is, like, realistically, bro, you just gotta, as soon as you get on, you just gotta chill out. You just gotta chill out, like, on God. Because the thing about it is, like, realistically, once you get on, your hands are pretty much just in fate at that point. Like, there's really nothing else you're really thinking doing. Only consider one song on banger from 14. One about the president, I think. You also had the fight back. Oh yeah, yeah. I'd rather see that. The funny thing about that, though, Mateus, you know, the really funny thing about it is, like, the flight back, I feel like every single time I've ever flown back, I've always been so exhausted from whatever trip I was on that I literally don't care anymore. I literally don't care anymore. It's only when I'm going somewhere. When I'm going somewhere, that's when I'm, like, fully alert. I'm, like, ready to go. But when I'm coming back, I'm so whipped from whatever I just did for, like, that week or weekend or whatever that I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Just get on thinking thing and just let it go. Like, if I live or die, whatever, man. Screw it. All right, I finished my artifacts. Oh, Mizu, thanks for the 13 months. Finally beat the MSQ boss I was stuck on. Congrats. When you're the point god. Well, yeah, when you're on the plane, yeah, literally. As soon as you step on, there's no point in really worrying anymore because there's like you just gotta accept that joint's just it's just like it's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just seeking, just walking around and just being like, I'm afraid of a falling piano at all times. It's like that joint. There's no point. There's no point. Yeah, that joint could happen, but it's like that joint's not even in your hands anymore. Any sort of public transportation is Jesus take the literally. You're doing Pride of this and oh no, they're doing Final Fantasy. Shorter right, the flight back feels shorter than the flight going somewhere. Sometimes. Trip's so good, he's like, I'm okay with dying here. Literally. I hope that ups the plane crash. I hope that ups the plane crash in November last year made the update. Oh, okay. Oh, the UPS. That's what you're saying. But yeah. Yeah, there's no point in worrying, bro. There's no point in worrying, honestly. Just seeking. It might just be your time, bro. But I mean, the other thing too is they say like statistically you're like more likely to die in like a car crash than like a plane crash, right? Like you hear about plane crashes a lot because seeking like so many people like die in them, but like realistically there's probably like a lot more people dying in a car like right now as we speak as opposed to like plane crashes. So it's like you're probably like realistically you're probably okay. There's 1,000 more times the amount of cars than planes. Yeah. I'm just always anxious, but I'll be fine. Oh, tyranny? That's for the thinking. That's for the king. That's for the tyrant. I mean, I can put that joint on after Oblivious Sins. Yeah, I need to watch Seeking Garden of Sinners again. That joint's playing right now, but I'm thinking. Oh wait, you guys can't hear that joint anyway because that joint's seeking. Actually, maybe you can. I don't know. Whatever. I'll put it on once Oblivious ends. I don't know the actual number, but I bet more people die in car crash in a day than people die on. Yeah, literally. You need to look at the ratio of cars in motion to crash versus planes in motion to crash. Even then, how often do you see two planes crash midair? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, how does that joint even happen? Like on an actual thinking like a passenger plane, I guess. Like a traveling plane. Like, how did that joint even happen? Like, I feel like half the time when you see like planes colliding with each other, it's usually like thinking like. It's like people like doing like skydiving or some crap. It's like the planes get thinking like stuck together. Like I feel like you don't be seeing that joint. Like they have routes and crap. Oh, you did hear it? Okay. Oh yeah, I guess yeah. That's what I was saying. I wasn't sure if you could hear it or not, but that joint technically is Chrome too. Yeah, commercial. That was the thinking word I was trying to look for. Commercial. Put on the 16. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. They're taking off. And they do more often than not at the airport. Yep. Yep. That's what I'm saying. And see, that's what I'd be saying too. That's what I'd be saying too, thinking when I was talking about once you get up in the air, you might as well just calm down because like if you're gonna die up in the air, it's just your time, bro. It's just your time. If something happens when you're up in the air, it's just your time. Like that's why I feel like when you're landing or when you're thinking going down, it's like I could kind of see like thinking, you know, there's a potential you thinking getting away with something, like trying to maneuver, trying to do something. But it's like thinking once you're up in the air, bro, it's just like you're done. 16 music was banger though. I don't know, destination type vibes. I could be off base here, but I feel like you're more likely to survive a mid-fight playing problem than not. I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, couldn't glide to an emergency landing on the Sierra River. I mean, I guess that's true. Well, I guess the thing, well, I don't know. I guess the way I see it in my head is more so not you surviving per se, but more so you being able to do something. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if I see, like, I mean, you're probably not getting away in time, right? Like, in general, right? But, like, if you're on the ground and something starts blowing up in the back, like, maybe I could bust through a window or something. Like, I have something that maybe I could do because we're at ground level. But it's like, when you're in the air, you yourself can't really do anything. Like, you just gotta trust the pilot at that point. That's what I mean. Whereas, like, once you're in the air, that joint's literally just fate. I can't really do anything. But I mean, realistically, if something blows up on the plane and you're on ground level, you're probably not escaping the Thinking Blast anyway. Way out of plane and emergency exit. Windows are tiny. Yeah. But even that, I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Even if I could get out the emergency exit, like getting out the emergency exit on ground level, I have more of a chance than getting out the emergency exit thinking midair. I pack a parachute, and if the parachute fails, then it's my time. I need my paladin S1 and I'll be fine. Yeah, okay, bud. Dude, beating the crap out of Tekken Clarice. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it ain't no, bro. If you're gonna put your worry and stress anywhere, like I said, put that joint in thinking, try to find your hotel in the plane in the first place, or finding your thinking terminal. That's the joint you really got to be thinking worried about. Worry about something more realistic. Not missing my flight, yeah. Yeah, don't miss the flight, bruh. I went to an open day recruitment for a flight attendant course. Hey, give me Aku and Oniken at AX. I don't think Aku's going. I haven't heard anything from Oniken, so I doubt it. The only person I think I'm meeting like 100% besides Spice is seeking Tech. I'm pretty sure Tech is going. Or at least he's gonna be in the area. I'm gonna try and meet Hatsu too. Oh yeah, and my translator Fred. Snap, I forgot this joint's turned off for DS4. What I learned there about what options you really have in emergencies was eye-opening. You really are just cooked. As I'm talking, I gotta go now. Easter party. Hey, have fun. The weekend isn't going again? Not that I know of. I guess they're thinking if Granblue EN has their thinking like meetup thing, I'll try and meet Sheep there. Your best bet is hoping the pilot had a really good night's sleep and is on his A game. Yeah, bro, I need one of those old dudes. I need one of them old dudes, one of them thinking veterans or something, bro. Oni or someone else is the trans. No, it's not Oni. It's somebody you guys don't know. But yeah. Ugh. Oh yeah. It's already pretty fun though. Pretty fun. Honestly, I don't even know if I need that macro button. This joint's gonna, if I'm gonna get a freaking low roll and kill on 4 turns, I'm killing on 4 turns anyway. This is a gold bar, by the way. I can feel it in my bones. My bones was feeling something else. Try to do this next bit of MSQ. I'm gonna finally start learning healer. Didn't you just start learning tank? Heck happened? I was feeling the old age in his bones. Yeah. Dude, I gotta start playing Tekken Final Fantasy soon too. I think next week. I think it's the 13th is when we start prep. Yeah, next Monday. Thankfully, we got 2 people. We only had to do like 1 recruitment day. Thankfully. So I didn't Tekken just kill myself. But now we have to actually start prepping. It isn't much better, TBH. You felt in your bones is age. Bro, I already said that. Got my tank to level 50. Learn a new class each time I get to 50. We're still gonna be Omni roll. Yeah, what 14 drama? I was actually thinking about that joint the other day. I was like, because I thought about an idea for Granblue that I could do that's like similar to Frosty's Mog Talk. And then I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to Mog Talk in like freaking like 3 years. I just don't. I'm so far removed from Final Fantasy at this point. Omni Roll, the equivalent of Rainbow players. I mean, not really. Like, Omni Roll in Final Fantasy doesn't cost you anything but time, so. The worst part of FF is realizing no matter what role you play, you always wish you were playing some other role because your team is doing something wrong. The alien, why didn't think doing big pools and views? Why didn't... Yeah, everything besides seeking. I don't know. I don't know if I said I wanted to play seeking DPS, but honestly, this joint's seeking whatever. Oh, that was a ticking song. It's like, what the heck? What the heck? Anyway. Right. Grifting and being hateful, and that caused a fair amount of those that follow them to be angry. And bro, have they cooked Xeno yet? Have they cooked Xeno yet? I'm not gonna lie, like after a while I like stopped not liking Xeno as much as I liked him before. I think Xeno got too big. He got too big and it made him get too big for his britches. Do I even want to do anything else, bruh? I kind of might just go like chill out. I already did this joint, right? I got all my pages. Press that 100 line. Mo, you might as well just buy 100 line for yourself and play that joint, my guy. I already got my pages. On God, I might just think can be done. That 10k World Astra for the Transcends? No. But I also need to farm sands. Bro, I've been cooked for like the last 2 days. I haven't had enough time. My goal was I was gonna try and get to 39 sands before Guild War, which was like 2 a day. So that when I got to Guild War, I would just be done with sands because I would get the 40th from that, but that joint did not happen. I did not have time. They made your water Guild War team yet? Yeah. I already made I'd been made like my EX plus 90 and 95 have been made. And then since I'm in slime now, I have grouping stuff for that stuff. So like anything that's above that stuff, I have stuff for that now. So my stuff's already made. I guess the only thing that's not made is like when I do solo stuff. But I'm gonna be so real, like I don't know if I'm really gonna be soloing anything that's not 90. I'm not gonna lie. Like once we finish grouping, I'm probably just gonna be doing 90. Because all I really want is Celestials. And I'm assuming the grouping will get me enough to not really care about top 100k or anything, so yeah. Oh yeah, it's a new month actually. Wait, I can buy sardines. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for this month so I could buy these. Well, there's not enough people watching you today, but hope there's not enough people watching you today, but I thought about buying it, right? But when I remember the scenes from Power 1 again, I'm too scared. I'm that much of a wuss, especially that whole Melko arc. What do you mean you're a wuss? Are you streaming the grouping? No. No, I will get kicked instantly. Like I said, the plan for me with Guild War is I can stream tomorrow. I'll probably stream some EX Plus and Nightmare 90 tomorrow. But when it comes to the actual, and I'll probably stream on Interlude Day too. But on the actual days, the way it's gonna be is where I'm gonna do the morning rush grouping stuff, and then once I'm done with them, then I'm just gonna do my own thing, which is probably just gonna be EX Plus, and that's what I'll stream. Scenes were scary to me. Oh, you might be a baby. But I don't know. I'll play 100 line eventually, but I'm gonna be real, bro. That joint's just gonna happen when that joint happens. I'm in the hospital 2 days straight. Like in the hospital, or you work in the hospital? I'll wait and remind you every day. Okay, bud. This. Oh snap! For those scared of high difficulty multi battles. Interested. I'll take the bait. What is this? Konnichiwa, you desu. Bro, why do all the Japanese like streamers and video makers, why do they always have like some random anime avatar? Konnichiwa, you desu. Not working. Does grouping go past MR? It can. I don't think it's gonna go past it for me because I'm not ranking, so, and I'm not helping any rankers either, so at least as far as I know. I even use reanimation jutsu to revive you and be like, play underline. This Japanese. Like this one, like, you guys can't see it. They're in the way. Like, why does he have that little girl? why does he have her? I'm just into it. Yeah, see, now there's another one. I guess he's just talking about it. A man with a random anime avatar. What do you mean a random anime avatar? What random anime avatar? Camera shot needs? Isn't that girl from the ship game? Isn't that a Vocaloid? All the music thing is a Vocaloid program? Oh. The OG one? Oh, this one? This one? I don't know. Game call? Anyway, I might watch that joint later. I was just interested what he had. Anyway, I think I'm done on God. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today. I really just came to get my my artifacts done. And now I'm probably farm sand in the background, I guess. Dude, I need a I'm still trying to figure this joint out, by the way. I've been trying to do the seeking vein filato. This joint feels like unreliable as crap, I'm not gonna lie. Like how I guess the only one that gives me sands under 100 blue chest. Every other Revan is like above 150. That's because you play light. Good night. You actually distracted me. Now I'm gonna continue looking at my roof, wondering what to do. I don't know. You got this. All right, is anybody else streaming right now? Oh, tech's going. All right, seeing guys to tech. All right. Heck is he? Oh, there he is. Bro, I hate Twitch. Why doesn't Twitch just have like the people that I follow? The top. Here we go. I'm gonna stream boss man. Send some useful artifacts. Thanks. Yeah, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. But yeah, anyway. Thanks for hanging out, boys. See you guys later.